And we are sitting with Lara. And Lara is an outfielder for the Milwaukee Brewers. He is age 19, 5'7", 155 pounds. He was drafted out of Venezuela last year. I apologize. So he was in the DSL last year, and this year he made it to single A and promoted to high A at 19 years old. Overall on the season, he had 343 at bats. His average was 286, on base 373, slugged 359, on base plus slugging 732. He had 2 home runs, 13 doubles, 61 strikeouts, 44 walks. The big calling card here is the speed. He had 30 stolen bases, but he did get caught 10 times, 9 times in single A and only once in high A. I'm interested here. I own Lara in a few leagues, and I'm excited here. He's very young. He won't be 20 until November of next year. What do you think, Ross? Tell me that we can buy here. Convince me.
This is a profile I kind of go back and forth on.
Yeah.
He does have pretty strong. Okay, so let me reframe this and start with the positives. He is young. He played this year at 18, and he was in single A and high A. That's a pretty advanced assignment. Yeah. Pretty good stuff there. And he was a hitter. Hit for decent average. It wasn't, incredible, but it was pretty decent and showed really good plate discipline. That plays up when you're that young. So I would say overall he showed really good hitting skills. The speed, I think, is a little misleading. I don't think that there's a ton of it, but I think that there's some of it. And kind of like Hector Rodriguez, he'll snag a few there, here and there. The power is the big question mark. And if there's more power to be had, then possibly the possible outcome here is a Jose Altuve type with a little stronger bat or a little better luck or a little bit of both, plus a little bit of power development. We could see a Jose Altuve type of guy. The stolen bases probably are never going to reach the heights that Altuve has reached. I don't think, but that's the high end outcome. Otherwise, you have to ask the question. You might get a decent bat, but is there going to be enough there to make him relevant? Fantasy relevant. Is there going to be enough power? Is there going to be enough stolen bases? Those are the things that you have to worry about. Yep. So I'm not sure if we're going to get that or not. I'm going to say it's worth, at this point, it's probably worth rostering him to see, depending on your league depth. I mean, there's probably in smaller leagues, there's probably going to be other guys that you want to snag above him, but in deeper leagues, he's worth taking a flyer on to see how he develops. But this is a development player, no doubt about it. Don't be mistaken.
He's very interesting to me. The thing that drives me absolutely bonkers, and this does with a lot of guys that have high stolen bases. We don't know if they're quick. We don't know if they're fast. They get caught stealing a lot. And that's just really, really weird to me, especially in the DSL. He had 7 stolen bases, but he was caught stealing 7 times.
Yeah.
That's bizarre to me. I think if you're a fast guy in the DSL, man, you're stealing bags like no other.
Right.
So getting caught that is very concerning to me. I like Lara. There's something about this profile. He's very small. He's very young. The Brewers must love him. I mean, why are you promoting a guy like this?
Yeah.
All the way up into high A. So there's got to be something there. I'm very intrigued. He's not a go get him, but like you said, he's very rosterable. You'd love to have this guy on your roster, but I don't think you go out and actively pursue him unless he's just sitting around.
So one other thing to note is he does have some helium. He's got his fans. There are people out there in the industry people that are really high on Lara. So if your league has one of those types that is bought into that, then he's going to be harder to get than you might expect too. So I'm kind of on board with you. I think if he's available and you can get him and you don't have anyone better to fill that spot with, then I think he's a good development play. But you have to wait and see, right? Like we're not doing this based on what we know he's capable of. We're doing this based on what he could be capable of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. So caution. We got a lot of caution on Lara.